Hey, greetings, we're live. Okay, so in this tutorial, we're going to do something very different in that I'm going to show you a program called Rustdesk. So what Rustdesk is, it's a program that you use to uh, remotely control another device. It could be a phone, it could be a tablet, obviously another computer. It could be like if you're at home, for example, you can control your a work computer, or if obviously at work, you can control your home computer. Yes, you can actually do that. And what's actually pretty awesome about Rustdesk is that you can also set up your own server, so you don't use any third-party servers. You just set up your own server. For example, if you're local, like for me here where I work, I have, for example, I have a laptop. I have another laptop that customer asked me to install Linux on. So I was going to use that as a demo, but luckily my laptop is free, so I'm going to use my laptop and I'm going to set up my own server. Obviously, I'm setting up the server locally, but you can set up the server obviously on a remote server, so you'll be able to connect to it from anywhere. Okay, with that out of the way, quick reminder that every day I host a live stream. So visualjumbo.com, you go to the live menu, then you go to watch menu, you will see the topics for the current and post-dated live stream topics. And each of those articles is going to have a little snippet. It will show you the exact day and time. It's always going to be Eastern time. And you're free to ask questions in the live chat about any programming or lifestyle topics. And for example, this live stream, you see there's a channel here. You go to that channel, then you log in, and then you can post your requests. If you don't want to do that, you can simply watch the video before I show you the video. I'm also investigating other ways you guys can chat with me. If you don't want to, for example, use any of these channels where you have to log in, I might, if you guys have suggestions, let me know. I'll test them out and see if they're good. I'll probably use them. Also, be sure to subscribe. Thanks for all those people who subscribed yesterday. Thanks again. That helps a lot. Also, like and leave comments for more frequent content. Thank you very much. Okay, so let's continue. So Rustdesk is a secure remote desktop. You can also set up your own self-hosted server. That's what we're going to do today. And you can also do a client setup. For the server, we're going to use Podman. Now, everything I've done so far with Podman, it's a drop-in replacement for Docker. So why do I use Podman instead of Docker? The reason I use Podman because it's rootless. That means that you can run it as a specific user. You don't have to run it as the super admin or the root user. So this makes it not just more secure, but this allows a regular user to be able to install things, try them out, especially server-related stuff, without having to become a root user or a super user, super admin. Okay, so I personally, in the past, when I used to do a lot of tutorials, some customers would want me to take over the computer and do things. I was very uncomfortable because so I just spent any tutorial I would, for example, if it's computer related, I would teach them about security. And the first thing would be like, oh, I want to install this proprietary software, then we can communicate this way. So I felt very uncomfortable doing that. So something like Rustdesk, that one, especially if I set up my own server, I'll be more comfortable dealing with things like those type of requests in the future. Especially with Linux getting more popular, I'm very comfortable installing something like this on my own server, and then customers can connect. So that way I'll feel pretty good and they'll feel pretty good. Nobody's snooping at any of the information. So as I said, it's end-to-end encrypted communication. It's written in Rust, by the way. I haven't done a Rust tutorial in a while. I'm working on some as well. It's cross-platform, so Windows, Mac OS, Linux, Android, and iOS. So that's actually very good. You can have self-hosted relay and rendezvous servers. Simple install and usage. You will do that today. So the official website is this one here, rustdesk.com. So we go here. See rustdesk.com. This is where you can install, get the what do you call it? The server version and the client version. So as you can see here, everything I've just said, it's fast, open source, remote access and support software. And if you're on Linux, good news. I've already tested. We're going to test it again today. It works on Wayland. There's just one little issue with Wayland in that when you initially set up the client, it always asks what monitor. Even for example, the laptop only has one monitor, but it still asks you to pick the monitor. That's the only issue. I guess it's a bug, or it's a nuisance, because obviously if the computer boots up, you need to physically be there, or device, or you need to physically be there to pick the monitor. If they could write a script or something that would pick at least a default monitor, that would actually be nice, because then you can go into Rustdesk and then you can pick the monitor you want. So to install Rustdesk server, I said it before, I'm going to use Podman. That's the containers. The server consists of two components. One is called hbbs, that's a relay server, and there's hbbr, that's a rendezvous, if you're French, server. And you can run both of them in Podman. So this is a step-by-step. So basically, you create a directory, which I did here, and then this is how you can run the container. So you can run them manually. I'm just going to use a YAML file, and I'll show that to you in a second. And then, of course, you replace your public IP with your server's public IP. I'll show you how to get your IP for your for your device, especially if it's a LAN or local area network. And you have to make sure the ports 21115 and 21118 are open in your firewall. Usually, for example, I'm using Fedora. The firewall is software related, but some of you might have a hardware firewall, so make sure those ports are open. And then to check everything is working, you can again you can just type podman logs hbbs. Remember, this is the relay server, and then this is the rendezvous server, logs hbbr. For the logs, again, is hbbs for the relay server. If you're running both, you're fine, and your server is ready to go. So basically, then what you do is head over again to rustdesk.com, and then you can download the client. So for example, in today's example, on the laptop, I installed the client server, and I said it works on Wayland. So that's really good news if you're on Linux, because I run Fedora workstation. By default, it uses a Wayland, so that's fantastic. And what will happen is you grab your public IP. So in my case, I don't really actually need to grab the public IP. I can simply just use the local IP on the network, because I said this is going to be local. But if I was running, yes. Oh, by the way, I forgot to tell you. You can also run this literally just on your home computer. But I don't want to do that, because I don't want to get my public IP and put it out to the internet, if you know what I mean, right? So I'm saying this is just local. I would rather put this on a server somewhere, or to work that way. And then the key. So the key, I think this might be a bug, because I believe the client was probably not proprietary, but you had to pay to get the keys. So I think they're working on this. So this we can just leave it blank. And then you just enable custom server. So here are some screenshots. I'm not going to dwell too much on the screenshots. You guys can look at them at yourself, because I said we're going to actually do this as well when we install it. So I'm just going to zip through this very quickly. And you see, I'm pretty nice. I put all the screenshots there for you. So this is the video I promised you. This is the embedded video for this article. So for example, if we play it, as you can see, it's literally just to do the same thing, but this is live. Okay, and also if you need help installing Rustdesk, whether it's locally or on your server, you can contact me for one-on-one installation support. I can also set up the SSL for you. You can use Let's Encrypt. I can set up your domain names, and if you have any firewall or NAT stands for obviously the network, like the card. I can help you with that as well, and troubleshoot continuity and client issues. I can also help you with that. So you can contact me on ojambo.com here, the contact page, or you can also do it from ojamboservices.com. Oh, I have some quick news. I actually created another book, This book is different. It's usually I only make programming books, so this book is slightly different. It's about a dystopian society, or something dystopian happens when we rely on AI too much. So I have it right now. It's on Amazon. It's called the Algorithmic Serpent. And because when I went to Amazon, it detected I'm in Canada, so it wouldn't let me go to Amazon.com. But you can go to your local Amazon; it should be there, and there will be a paperback version, and there's also a ebook version. And the ebook version is free if you have Kindle. Or you can just purchase it for your Kindle device or any other ebook. So this is an ebook. You can purchase it from Amazon. It's available right now as I speak. I haven't even had time to create any promotional material for it, but it's live right now on Amazon. So that's fantastic. Okay, now with that out of the way, let's actually get started. Okay, so let's actually get started here. So I'm going to open up. So what I did is I just created so I'll explain this Flatpak. Actually, I should probably explain this now. So this Flatpak is how you can install the client version of the application. So then you'll be able to simply connect to another client. So we'll test this out as well, and we also test the server. Okay, so two different things. So this one and the server. So basically, I'll show you both of them, but just in case. So I installed it as a Flatpak, but you can install it other ways, just on your system, because I'm on Linux. I like the Flatpaks because it's just easier. I don't have to install the dependencies on my system, and if I don't like it, I can simply just remove it with just removing the Flatpak. Okay, so this is YAML file, this compose.yaml file. I'll show that to you right now. Let me zoom in a little bit so you can see what's going on. So as you can see here, if you remember, this hbbs, that is the relay server of Rustdesk. So what I do is I put it in a container. The name will be hbbs, simple. The image, we'll grab it from rustdesk/rustdesk-server, and we'll get the latest version. The command is hbbs, pretty simple, and we'll create a volume, which will be in the data file. So data/root. And then we have the network mode, it's host, and it's going to depend on the rendezvous server, which is the hbbr, and restart, we set it to unless-stopped. And then the hbbr service, the container name is hbbr, the image is also the same, rustdesk/rustdesk-server, latest as usual, and then the command is hbbr, the volumes are data root again, network mode is host, and restart is set to unless-stopped. So this is a YAML file. The reason I prefer using YAML files is because I've done enough tutorials now on containers where you can run them manually, but the YAML file makes it a little bit easier to get up and running. Because you can have multiple containers. So this is like two containers. You can combine them into one and just run it as one command. That's why YAML files are pretty good for that. So we don't need this anymore. So I'm going to actually close this. This code is also on the article on jumbo.com. You can see here jumbo.com/remote-desktop-collaboration-with-Rustdesk. Okay, now with that away, I was going to close that as I said. I'm here on the command line. Some of this, is it shift? Why is this not going? Oh, this is the... okay, I don't like this one. So let me actually get rid of this one. I prefer the, I think it's the console. Yeah, I prefer the console. The console is better. Just give me a second here. Clear and clear. Okay, so I'll take this guy here, just resize it. Okay, so I should be able to zoom in. Yeah, that's what I wanted to zoom in so you can see what I'm doing. Okay, so it's in the same folder as this folder called Rustdesk, and you see there's a data folder here. And the data folder here, you see it does use SQLite, and it creates some keys for us. So because I've done this before, it should pick this up. If it doesn't, obviously we can delete this and it will create its own, but I think it should pick it up. Okay, so here we go. Let's get started. So actually, you know what? I'm going to delete it because this will be the first time. So we'll redo everything again. I don't know if that was smart, because I will need to put the key on. You know what? That wasn't actually smart. Let me undo that, because I'll need to put the key on the laptop and it's going to be a pain. So I want this a little bit faster, but you don't actually, it will create the folder and the keys for you. So with that said, you just type Podman -compose, and then the file, two hyphens, and the file, and then it's compose .yaml, and then you type up, and then -d. So you can see here it has created our containers, hbbr and hbbs. So we can tell if they're running by simply typing podman ps-a. And you can see they're both, let me actually zoom out just a little bit so you can see what's going on. Where is the key? There we go. So you can see here, it grabbed them from docker.io. The reason it did this was because I already, it takes a while. The first time it took just a few minutes. So, but because I already have it cached on my local system, and you can see here, grab the latest and grab the latest here, and then it created these two containers, and see they're running around. They've been up 15 seconds and 14 seconds respectively. So with that out of the way, you see this is the problem with these instructions. What do we do next? How do I go to the server? So so before I do that, you see in the data file there's this this is the key, this is the public key. So public key is the one you put into the Rust application. So I'm going to open up the Rust before I open up the Rust application, so to finish up here on the command line, if I type ifconfig, I believe it's called ipconfig if you want to. So ifconfig should work on a POS type system, that's Mac OS and Linux. It should also work on Windows if you're using the what's it called, Windows. I don't know what the S stands for, Service Linux. Yeah, it should also work. But I know on Windows usually type ipconfig, and then you see here it will give me what I want, which is this one here. So you see my IP address, my local IP address is this one, 130. So that's all I care about. Okay, so now I'm going to open up this application. It's called Rustdesk, the client. Here we go. This is the client. So I'm going to take up the entire half of the screen here. So as you can see, I already connected to my server before. This is my laptop. We'll connect to this in a second, but before we do that, you can see what happens here. For my desktop, it gives an ID. So you can easily change this ID if you want. You can simply just, you see this little settings here. You can click on that. And what you do is you can see, this is for my device. We went to the settings. You can pick the dark theme or let the follow system. Obviously, I like the dark. You can pick the different languages here. You can see the multiple languages. You can enable hardware codec. It's enabled by default. So then it's going to use the built-in, so meaning that you can share your audio to play stuff. I don't know why you would need that, but okay. And then you can also record. So you can also automatically record incoming sessions, outgoing sessions. So the good thing about this is, for example, if I'm maybe testing something on, say, a phone, if I'm recording this, then you guys can actually see this in real time. So this is actually another option. I've shown you guys options in the past how to record or to get, to get like some type of remote connection where you can control your other devices. So here's another way you can do that as well. And this one you can also record it, so it'd be great for screencasting. Okay, and then after that, so that's under general. We go to security. You see security here. You can do custom and pick which ones you want, and you can see all this here. And then you see there's a password. You can also set how long the password, the length of the password, make it a permanent password, or you can set it to expire after, if we go here, it expires, it's per session. And then you can also enable two-factor authentication. You can change the ID and other things down here like IP whitelisting, enable direct IP access. This is all up to you. Well, let's go to the network. This is where the magic happens. You can see here it says ID/relay server. So if I click this, this is now, remember we installed a server using the container Podman. So with that, remember when I typed ifconfig on the terminal, I grabbed the IP address. This is a local one, but if there's a server, you can put it there. So as you can see, we put it the ID of the server, and then the relay server. It's the same. So we put that in there. The instructions were a little bit weird, so I had to figure this out myself. And then the API server, you don't put anything in here. And this key comes from. Remember I showed you the public key as well? That's where it comes from. So you put your public key here. Again, the instructions were not very clear, but I figured out myself. So you put the key here. Okay, so after that, you just press OK, or cancel in this case. And then here you see you can also set up SOC5/HTTPS proxy. So for example, if maybe you're using Nginx or something as a proxy server, you can put all that stuff in here if you wish. I'm not, because I said this is just local. Let's go to display. So here for the display, you see it will scale. You can choose adaptive, or you can also do the default scroll. I'm just going to leave all that default. And you see here default image quality. You can use good image quality. You can use balanced. You can optimize reaction time and custom. Again, I'm just going to use the default. And here for the codec, I set it to auto. So I know all these codecs because I've actually used them. So I'll give you an example. On my system, I believe H.264, my GPU is able to handle this. I don't think it does H.265. Yeah, I mean, it's supposed to, but most likely it won't. So everyone, this one, my GPU does not do that. It's a GTX 950. So everyone, that will be done by the CPU. So it's going to be the slowest, although it will be the smallest file, but this is going to be the slowest. VP9, some GPUs do have hardware encoding for that one. Mine doesn't. And VP8 is an older codec. So the good thing about this one is that it's actually pretty fast, even on CPU. Like my CPU is from 2011, so this is fast enough. So if you're having problems, I would recommend using this one, or just set it to auto. That would be fine. And then you see here, if you're using a trackpad, you can set the default speed. So for me, for example, I use a trackball mouse. So, but as you can see, I'm pretty okay with this. And then you see there's other options here. You guys can read them. I'm not going to go through all of them. You see true color and all this kind of stuff. As I said, I'm just interested in controlling the device, but it gives you options. So then we go to account. You can log in. So this is to log in to, say, a remote server. For example, if you're using one of the, maybe you have your own private server, that's how you do that. So we don't need that. And then the rest is the about. And you can see here, this version, this is a client, it's 1.4.0. And you can see all the information here, copyright 2025. So it's current at the time of this recording, and it's by Pulselane Limited. Okay. With that said, let's actually now connect to the laptop, and I'll show you how this works. And I'll show you the laptop settings. So laptop is actually, I think it's on sleep now, or the monitor is sleeping. So let's go back. You just click home here, the home tab, and you can see here 122632448. So if I refresh this, it will change the password. Oh, I forgot to tell you. Oops, I forgot one more thing. So you can change this number in the settings. I believe it was where was it? Oh, yeah, change ID. I forgot about that. That's the entire reason I went to the settings. I apologize. So you click here, change ID, then you can change the ID. So obviously, I do like this program. So because I'm doing this live, and obviously I'll reinstall this so the ID will change. So nobody will be able to connect to it. Even if you connect, it will ask you for your permission. So this is the laptop. So if I didn't have, if this wasn't here on the laptop, I would have had to. You see, this is the remote laptop. That's the ID for the laptop. So it's very simple. All you do is you just type in the name here, then you click connect. So I've already done that. So I'm going to click on this. And you see connect here. I clicked on these three arrows to connect, and you can see you can transfer files, view the camera, because it's a laptop, obviously. There's so many things you can do. I'm more interested in connecting, so I'll click connect. And you see it's asking for the password. So let me go to the laptop and grab the password. The password might have changed. The password is, oh, this is going to be, it's cloudy here. Oh, I should have put remember password. That's fine. So the password is oh, there's a lot of glare. 2GM. I think it's a Q. Wow, it's so hard. There's so much glare on the laptop and it's glossy screen. Okay, see, it's Wayland. This is the problem I told you about. This is the problem if you're using Wayland on Linux, is that you have to manually go there and click. So I'm gonna click show you here what I did on the laptop to get it to work. Okay, so there we go. So this is my laptop. As you can see, it's proof it's my laptop because you can see it's showing the remote ID. It's different from this one here. You see this one, this is for my desktop. You see, that's why it says your desktop. And the desktop on the laptop has this number, 396953791. And you see this is the password. Obviously, here's something very funny. The laptop is literally in front of me, but because of the glare, it's actually better for me to control it using using this. That is pretty funny. So, oh, I forgot. I should actually take this and let me see if I can. There we go. So as you can see, I can control. This is the laptop, and you can see I can control it. And this is the Rustdesk on the laptop. So I can do everything on the laptop here. So you can, for example, I can open up the activities menu just to show you. This is the activities menu. So this is running GNOME. And as you can see, this is the permissions. You see it says here, I'm connected. And these are the permissions. I can, for example, I can allow the camera and etc. etc. So you can tell this is how it connected. Obviously, I'm running Fedora, as I said. So this is Wayland. And in case you think it's a little bit slow, it's not. So remember, you have to remember what's happening right now. I'm running OBS. I'm doing a live stream. And I'm running this on my own server to the laptop. So there's a lot of stuff going on, right? So, and you can see it's really, 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 really nice. I had my partner at ojamboservices.com also tested out, and he was also pretty impressed. But I tested out using X11, and that also worked pretty well. So see, there's a little delay here. The reason there's a little delay is I said because I'm doing a live stream and I have OBS. OBS for some reason just slows things down. I don't know why. Yeah. So, but it's really, really buttery smooth. It's this little delay you're seeing is because I said I have so many things going on right now, but it works really, really well. For example, I can open this app. I'll open up the calculator just to show you. You can see this is the calculator. It's working fine. You know what? Just for giggles, I am going to. Oh, I have to open up the. Oops, the mouse went away. So open up the activities again. Let's open up Firefox here. What website should we go to? Let's go to ojambo.com. See what's happening there on ojambo.com. You can see this was the tutorial from yesterday. So as you can see, this I'm controlling this live, and you can see there's all this stuff here. And yeah, so forth and so forth. So you know what? With that said, let's actually I can exit this. So this is not this slow. It's way faster. Okay. So with that said, let's look at the settings for this one. So again, we just click on. We can also get to the settings from here. We'll get to the settings there as well. And then what we can do is, you can see this. So let's go to network. Why is it not working? Huh, it's weird. Oh, you know what? Let me control this from the laptop. Maybe it'll be faster. Oh, there we go. It's much faster on the laptop. So I'm going to click that. Oh, it's It's open. I didn't realize I have to scroll down here. Okay, so let's, why is this not working? I don't know why that's not working. Huh. I don't know why that's not working. Okay, let me try this little 3 dots. It's not letting me pick anything. I don't know why that is. It might be, oh, settings already open. Yeah, the settings are open. So let me close settings. Try it one more time. Yeah, it's not letting me. I wanted to show you that in the network here is where I put the is where I put the IP address to connect to. Oh, you know what? I did take a screenshot of it, I believe. Let me see if I did take a screenshot of it. Rustdesk Client. Yeah, so I showed you this one, showed you that. Basically this, where is the part where, oh, I didn't take that one. For some reason I didn't take that screenshot. Anyway, so the point is, basically you go to network, and then with the server you just put in the server information. I don't know why this is not allowing me to set that information up, but that's how you set it up. And of course, the good thing about this is, I wonder if what happens if I close it. Let's see what happens if I close it. It's smart enough, and it will try to reconnect because I've closed the program. So let me open the program again, and let's type in Rustdesk. Okay, I've opened the program, and before I do that, I want to go to the settings, just so that I can show you the network and the relay server. Yeah, we go. Yeah. So I'm going to hit retry. Oh, I have to type in the password again. Oh, come on. I don't even remember the password. Oh, maybe the password is the same. Let me see if I can grab the password from... man. You're kidding me. Oh, you know what? I think I should be... Let me cancel this. I'll see if I can copy the password, and then that way, let's go back to the home page. Oh, the password changed. Interesting. So I've copied the password. I'm going to open up a text editor and just paste it in there. So, paste in here. Can I zoom in? How do I zoom in? Is it control? Oh, there's no... Oh, is it shift ++? Yeah, there we go. Okay, so I got the password. So let me make sure that I go to the settings. I don't like using the... okay, let me put it here. Oh, I forgot it's a touch screen. Oh, come on. Okay, there we go. So I keep on forgetting it has a touch screen, so it makes it easier to do this. Okay, so the password changed. Okay, so it's asking me to share the screen again. I'll click and yeah, that's the, I said that's a nuisance. So here we go. So this is what I was trying to say. You see, this says /ID relay server, and I put in the on the remote client. You have to put in the server information, the ID of the server and relay server. This is only if you're hosting your own server. If you're not, you can just use the default stuff, which will be fine. So it will use a public server. However, the entire reason for something like this is so that if you want to control your own server, basically you're not sharing any potential information. You know, this is how I showed you how to set up your own server. So there you go. So it's the server set up, and I just pasted this. So see, this is what I had to do. You see, I had to copy over the public key, and then I grabbed the public key and pasted it in here. So I said it's a little bit of a nuisance, but that's it. So as I said, if you're not using Wayland, it works just out of the box, much more smoother, battery smooth. Okay, so that's basically it. And obviously, when you're done, you can either obviously just close the program, which I'm going to do here. So for example, if I go, I'm going to close this one first because I don't need this anymore. Okay, so let me see. I should be able to drag it here and just close it. As I said, it's much faster. It's just because I'm running so many things and you should hear the fans. I'm going to discard that. And as you can see here, I can cancel. Yeah, for some reason it doesn't. Okay, there we go. And then you just close the program. And you see, there's no need. So I'm going to cancel, and there we go. So anytime I want, it's right here. I can simply just connect to it if I wish and just type in a password. So that's how it is. And of course, I showed you how to change the ID. You can also change the ID on the remote desktop. So for example, if you guys are watching this right now live, you install Rustdesk and you try to connect to either my workstation or to the laptop, it's not going to work because I'll need to accept. So it's not automatic. Okay, so let's finish up here. So I'm going to log out of the laptop here. So log out and give it a few seconds. Yes. Okay, so now I'm going to just give me a second. I need to restart a few things for my partner. So this is working really well. That I was told to use a proprietary system called AnyDesk, but this is working extremely well. That I think I'll just keep on using this instead. Okay, now let's finish this up. So obviously, we don't. So when the application is done, all you need to do is simply go back to the terminal, and let's go back here. So go back here. So all you have to do then is type. Let's see, which command was that? So instead of up, just type down. So basically it's Podman -compose -f, and then the file name, which is compose.yaml space, and then you type down. So when you do that, you see what happened here now. It closed all those containers. So if you, for example, if you type Podman -ps -a, you see there are no more containers. Now there might be some volumes. So let's check the volumes. So you type volume ls, and you see there's no volume, so they're all gone. So I'm going to leave that server. I'll probably delete it later, but that's it. So that's how quickly it is. So if you want to use a Rustdesk. So I also teach you how to, in this tutorial, I taught you how to install your own server using Podman. Of course, I said everything's a drop-in replacement for Docker. And then I showed you how to use it, install the client, and how to connect your server. I put it in the client, both on your workstation and whatever other device. So this also works on your phone. So if I install this on the phone, I'll be able to control the phone. I'll get the phone to control the desktop for my own server. You can use the public servers. I said that could be a security risk. That's up to you. So this is why I like that. I said it's open source as well. It's also available on GitHub, so if you want to contribute, that would be pretty nice. So there we go. So nice and simple. So let's finish this up. Let's go back to the article here. So the conclusion is that Rust is written in Rust. Rustdesk is a powerful, lightweight, and private alternative to commercial remote desktop solutions. By self-hosting your Rustdesk server, you maintain full control over your remote connections. No third-party tracking, no compromises. Happy remoting. Okay. Also, as I said before, if you need help installing Rustdesk, I can help you, whether it's one-on-one installation support, custom configuration, for example, the SSL domain names, the NAT, that's your network, firewall issues, your troubleshooting, connectivity, and client issues. I can help you that as well. You can contact me here. I have a link, so jambo.com/contact, or you can go to jamboservices.com/contact as well. You can also leave a comment below, and I'll get in touch. Quick reminder that I host a live stream every day. You can visit jambo.com. You go to the watch menu, then live sub menu to show you the topics of this current live stream and post-dated live streams, the day and time. So it's going to be Eastern time. Be sure to subscribe. Thank you very much for all those people who have subscribed this month. Like, follow, and leave comments for more frequent content. And with that said, I also, quick reminder that I do have a new book out. This book is called The Algorithmic Servant. It's basically a creator creates an AI and loses control. So it's like a short story type format. It's a little bit dystopian. That's why I had to make it for people who are teenagers and up, basically 16 years old and older. There's no swear words or anything like that. There's no violence or anything like that. But it's because of those themes. And as you can see here, I purposely created a dark cover just to show you that. And obviously it's available in ebook form. So if you have Kindle, you get it Kindle edition, you get it for free. I believe it's Kindle Unlimited, or you can buy it. It's ebook format. If not, there's also a paperback version, so that's a physical copy as well. All right, so let me know if you like it, if you like this type of content, if you like this book, let me know. Just thanks again. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to check the live stream. I don't see any chat requests. So other than that, I'm going to end this live stream, and I'll see you guys in the next one.